looking for you. I've been meaning to... You're hurt. What happened to you? Who did this, my pet? You were outside. Were you trying to escape? I told you not to leave. After all that I've done for you, and you repay me with an attempt to escape. I thought you were different. I thought you appreciated me. I thought... What is this? Calcanthite gems. Blue vitriol crystals. The most rare and prized minerals in this realm. I've spent so many years searching, yearning to add it to my collection. How came you by this? All this time, in the one place I never looked. You ventured into the labyrinth of courts, risking your life and limb to find something you knew I desperately wanted. I don't know what to say. Thank you, my pet. I won't forget this. I should never have doubted you. I am sorry for my hostility, for further closing the wounds in my own heart. I shall return the favor with an equal kindness. Come with me. You need to be more careful, my sweet. You mustn't venture into places full of such dark things. I know it hurts. The pain will be with you for a long time. I have no spell or incantation to lift it from you, only to bring pain. The dark nature of the Sombra, you see. It's all we know. Pain, darkness, and death. We're consumed by it, and we know only how to spread it. The rest of my kind are listless, mindless, dark spirits with no rational thought. Only misery, and a strong desire to spread that misery. I, however, have a body, and with that comes a greater connection to your kind. Feelings, remorse, regret, sorrow, desire, love. Most of all, this body has given me something that no other Umbrum can hope to have. A heart. I have felt the fiery warmth of love before, yes. And I believe I've already told you the story. Radiant Hope. She made me feel the happiest I had ever felt in my long life. Does it bother you to hear me talk about hope? I mean, I know we're not involved to that extent, but you do seem to be quite drawn to me. I suppose it doesn't matter in any case. The hard truth of being ageless, of being unbound by death. Everyone you become attached to will eventually wither and die. And you are made to watch it, made to see them rot before your very eyes. Hope was doomed to die the day she was born, and I would have been powerless to stop it. Even the wisest scholars of magic have no words to stop the creeping clutches of death. It cannot be stopped, and nor can time. I am not the only one who suffers this curse. Your alicorns, being immortal, must suffer this pain as well, longing for love, but denying themselves for their long existence. When I was young, Princess Sombra told us the story of an alicorn princess who ruled over the Crystal Empire in the elder days, when the world was still in its youth. I cannot recall her name, but she was the most beautiful mare to have ever existed, appearing almost as a daughter of the fabled Aura. Like them, her body shimmered in sparkling silver. Her white mane carried a heavenly warm glow, and her eyes were like the summer sky. Every living creature who set eyes on her became smitten with her beauty, but only one stallion was capable of claiming her heart. A prince from the arid southern lands, now known, I believe, as Saddle Arabia. He had an exotic mystique that intrigued her, and a breathtaking visage that left her feeling lighter than air. Tall in stature with bright golden eyes, lined in black as was tradition for his people. Fine royal blue fur that covered his supple frame. They were together often as their nations met through trade and diplomacy, and she would eagerly await his return when they were apart. They soon fell in love, but her father, the king, would not bless their union. For you see, as I told you, she was immortal and he was not. He was but a simple unicorn, doomed to rot among his riches and splendor. But even so, she could not resist his soft touch, his kind words, or the flame of his loins. The prince yearned for her father's favor, but he remained firm. He warned the princess that wedding a mortal creature would bring her an eternity of grief, but she cared not. In her mind, she preferred a short life with her love than a millennium without. Feeling powerless to stop her, he relented, and they married. It was the happiest they had ever been in their lives. They settled within the Crystal Castle, inheriting it for themselves after the king and queen departed. Together, they consummated their marriage and bore a single child, whose descendants now rule the empire today. They lived in paradise. But, as with any tragedy, and just like the prince's life, it was short-lived. He continued to decay with time, and he withered with age, even as his wife maintained the vibrance of her youth. She was powerless to stop the vices of mortality's grip, and could only watch, knowing what was to come. He came to death, taken into the halls of his lords and forebears. Songs of mourning rang through the city as thousands grieved, but none bore the weight of loss as greatly as our princess. Burdened by the grief welling in her heart, she spent her days by his side in his crypt, longing for his company. The world ran cold and gray. Her light faded as she was crushed by her newfound loneliness. She wandered aimlessly among the withering trees, as her will to live wavered with the endless decay of time. The rain and the winds fell silent, and she gave up her final breath, her heart too broken to linger on any further. Her loss was a tragedy, one that is still remembered today through song and tales passed down through generations. It is a very sad story. I hope I didn't get you down. There. It is a concern for me. The thought dwells in my mind. I feel a desire for companionship, but I can't bear the pain of watching someone I love die. At the same time, I do wish for a companion to share my life with. I care about you so much by this point. Perhaps we could work together and find a way to free you from the shackles of mortality. Or perhaps I am the one in chains, and I would be more free if my days were numbered. Whatever we choose, we can do it together.